I anticipate April of every year for multiple reasons. WrestleMania takes place at the top of the month, my birthday's at the end of the month, and somewhere in between, the NBA regular season comes to an end and the NBA playoffs begin. Usually there is something that comes along with that, and it's the notion that the NBA playoffs is boring. I see it every year, it pops up every year on my timeline, and I'm never surprised. In fact, this video was actually inspired by a meme I saw, in which I will post on the screen right now, and if you couldn't tell by the thumbnail and the title of the video, I obviously do not agree. Now again, this isn't anything new. This NBA playoffs bad mentality has been on social media for the past few years, and I'm used to it at this point. But the part that really inspired me to make this video was in the meme. It said, since 2016. And I can't help but think that anyone who agrees with this or thinks that to be truthful simply doesn't watch enough basketball. I have my gripes with the production of the NBA playoffs as a whole, but the production of the NBA playoffs and the actual basketball being played are two different things. So in this video, I'll be putting my cape on in hopes to dispel the notion that the NBA playoffs is consistently a bad product. The first thing I have to acknowledge is that yes, this year's NBA Finals was not very entertaining. That being said, the NBA Finals is one series out of a total of 15 series that have to be played for the NBA Finals to reach its conclusion. Each conference starts off with 4 first-round matchups, followed by 2 semifinals matchups, a conference finals matchup, and then followed by the NBA Finals. So judging the totality of the NBA playoffs just based on how the finals was is a little bit disingenuous, and I don't think that that's fair. Obviously, the NBA Finals is supposed to be the climax of the playoffs, but history shows sometimes that isn't the case. The finals is not always entertaining, it's not always competitive, sometimes it's very lopsided. Yes, I understand that, but that's not new to sports at all, and it's certainly not new to the NBA, seeing as we're quite literally coming off of the heels of the Golden State Warriors dynasty. A point that I do want to harp on is the fact that NBA fans don't necessarily like basketball. We've all seen the tweet from Kevin Durant, but with every growing day, the words ring louder and louder. How exactly? Well, here's an example. When this year's playoff seedings were determined, the most anticipated first-round matchups were Wolves Suns, Knicks Sixers, and Celtics Heat. Among all the first-round matchups, the one that garnered the least hype was Cavs Magic. Social media responded to the Cavs Magic matchup by using the NBA TV series as a joke to say that the series wouldn't be worth watching. For context, here's how the NBA playoffs opened up with the Cavs Magic matchup. And again, that's how the NBA playoffs opened up. So now why did this series get the stigma around it? Is it because the Cavs and Magic are boring teams? Or is it that NBA fans are more concerned with larger market teams being showcased in the playoffs rather than watching deserving teams fight for their chance to be called NBA champions? This isn't the first case of this happening either. The same NBA TV jokes were said about the 2023 finals when the Heat beat the Celtics in Game 7. Again, we're talking about jokes, and none of this is meant to be taken as concrete proof that NBA fans don't watch or don't care about the NBA. But as the saying goes, all of the funniest jokes have small bits of truth hidden within them. To spin back to the point that originally inspired this video, the NBA playoffs have absolutely not been a bad product in recent years. In fact, the 2024 NBA playoffs as a whole wasn't even a bad product. And I'll prove so by going down the list. Let's start with series that were underwhelming at the least and boring at the most. Celtics Heat, Thunder Pelicans, Bucks Pacers, Clippers Mavs, Celtics Cavs, and Celtics Mavs. The series with asterisks next to them were significantly hampered by players either being injured before or during said series. That leaves Nuggets Lakers, Timberwolves Suns, Cavs Magic, Knicks Sixers, Thunder Mavs, Nuggets Timberwolves, Knicks Pacers, Timberwolves Mavericks, and Celtics Pacers as series that were anywhere from good to fantastic. I feel like the recency bias because the NBA Finals was not entertaining seeped into the rest of the playoffs. I watched a good 80 to 85% of playoff games this year, so I feel if there's anyone who can give an informed opinion on how good these series were, I'm one of those people. Going back to the point that the NBA playoffs hasn't been good since 2016, somehow people forgot that last year's conference finals had moments like this.
Jokic just gets it off in time. It's up. Oh, it's good! Jokic has to put it up. Falling away, puts it up. Bang! Nikola Jokic!
Or the fact that the Celtics went down 0-3 and did this to force a Game 7.
It's off to Smart for the seventh game.
Or the fact that Jokic had a 30-point triple-double to close out the Lakers, who were led by a 40-point, 10-rebound, 9-assist effort from LeBron James. But once again, the caption for the original tweet was since 2016. So, allow me to list notable playoff moments that have happened since then. Kawhi's Game 7 buzzer beater, which has never happened before in NBA history. Trae Young versus the Knicks in the 2021 playoffs. Nikola Jokic's entire 2023 playoff campaign, including the finals. A 50-point closeout Game 6 from Giannis Antetokounmpo. The entirety of Nets vs. Bucks in 2021. The 7-game series between the Rockets and the Warriors in 2018. Kawhi's entire 2019 campaign. Both of the Clippers-Mavericks series prior to this year's playoffs. Jamal Murray versus Donovan Mitchell in the bubble. 2 consecutive 3-1 comebacks from the Nuggets in the bubble. James Harden's block and game-sealing avoidance of the ball going out of bounds in Game 7 in the bubble. You get the point. I can keep going on all day. And also, this excludes every single play-in game ever played because technically, the original post specified playoff games and those only count as postseason. But if we're counting all postseason games, then you can now also include Jason Tatum's 50-point outing in his first and only ever play-in game. The Lakers versus the Warriors, as well as the Grizzlies versus Warriors in the 2021 play-in. In short, no. The NBA playoffs is not a bad product as far as the basketball being played. The production is one thing, and I have another video in the works about that. But when we're strictly talking about the game of basketball being played on the court and being viewed by viewers, it's fine. The NBA playoffs are fine. I can understand not being able to watch 80 to 85% of playoff games like me, but we don't have to lie and act like there's no entertainment value in any of these games being played. My advice to anyone that feels like the NBA playoffs are boring to watch is to watch more basketball. Perhaps if you would have given that Cavs Magic series a chance, you wouldn't have come to the conclusion that you came to. But what do I know? I'm just a dude making videos in the basement. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you guys like sports content or content similar in nature to this, please make sure you like, subscribe, as well as turn on post notifications so that you get notified every time that I post a video. It's been Maurice, the Sports Historian, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.